things create stress in our lives, people, jobs, and then racing to the gym or racing to your workout, wherever it is stress. And the body can't tell the difference between physical and emotional stress, right? So it's just cortisol. And if you're racing, even to get your workout in, while you will be creating better hormones, will they outbalance the cortisol, the stress, the fight or flight, the work meeting that you left to get that HIIT training in or that cardio session in? So was it actually really working for us, or was it working against us? So world shuts down, gyms are closed. I'm, forced to slow down, and I did a lot of walks in nature. And then I started training my clients in the parks. And I did it in the parks, not necessarily my basement or my garage, because that's about exercise. But being in the parks is about the experience. And now we're having an experience. We're not just exercising. We're not listening to music. We're listening to birds. We're listening to running water. We're listening to people walking by. We're saying hi to people walking by. It was
getting some fresh air, fair sunlight as well.
Getting some vitamin D. And then I finished every session, as taught to me by a Qigong master, Tom Grant, because as a coach, you're giving your energy all the time. And you get your own workouts in, you're giving energy, you're giving. So if you have one client after another, how do you restore yourself? So Tom Grant taught me this years ago, and I now do it with my clients because it was a stressful time to have the world shut down. So we came into the workouts, we calmed our nervous system, we took a look around, we admired the nature, we did the exercise, and it was hard, and we lifted weights, or we did cardio, or we ran the hills in the park. It was real, but then we checked in with nature throughout it. Imagine checking with nature in between sets. And then we finished by going to a tree and putting our hands not on the tree, but just outside of it, because the negative ions of the earth, or the negative energy from the earth, which you can also take your shoes and socks off and put your feet on the ground. It's called earthing or grounding. And it does the same thing, where the tree will then bring the energy up through it. And if you do it enough, you can actually, one time I had a woman do it on her first time, and she's like, I feel so much heat. Like, that's energy, that's chi, that's real. And that's going back into you. And then you leave not feeling like you've been beaten up in a workout, but like, wow, that was great. Like, I feel good. I don't feel like I've been beaten up and tossed around, and music just, loud and all this stuff. I just had a nature-filled workout. And so if I've learned anything in the last year, it's slow down and find your answers. Do what works for you in food, do what works for you in exercise, because if you like it, you're more likely to do it. Just be active and really try to get a good night's sleep, because in our deep sleep is when we rejuvenate our body, we heal our muscles, we build our cells, we build our strength when we sleep.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. I think a lot of people benefited from that, and they know what to do next. So we're not gonna do any further ado, so we're gonna wrap up soon. So before we go, if anyone wants to work with you, Kathy, so how they're gonna reach out to you? Do you have any website? How social media?
I do have a website. I have social media. A couple of ways they can reach out to me. I have an email. It's coaching with Kathy. Kathy has a KATHI at gmail.com. My Instagram is Kathy SOTTS, KTHI SOTTS. I have a YouTube channel. It's Coach Kathy, the Fit Spirit. And then on Facebook, I have a private group also called Coach Kathy. So that's a couple ways they can get in touch with me. I'm in the process of building other platforms and ways to help other people. I've done it through Zoom. I do it through calls. So that's one way I can actually work with people. And then, so while I'm building, but I'm also working on a lot of other things simultaneously. I'm still running meets. I speak every week, if not every other week, to addiction recovery centers, to people, in addiction recovery centers who are getting their feet on the ground and healing, trying to bridge the gap between mental health and fitness. Really, so I am involved in a lot of projects right now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Kathy, so coming to our show and share your experience and knowledge. I really, really appreciate it. And I know our audience will have benefited from that. So yeah, so we're going to wrap up this show now.
Okay, I just want to say thank you for having me on. I really appreciate you reaching out to me and finding me from many miles away. And I appreciate it so much because like minds getting together, sharing real true stories of non-perfection, I feel like it clears the way for people to just take a step, So thank you for allowing my voice to be heard to your people and vice versa. I really appreciate it. I'll be sharing it on all my platforms too.
You're most welcome. And I really appreciate you coming to the show and sharing the knowledge again. And yeah, thank you everyone for listening to this podcast. So we're going to wrap this now. So we're going to see you on the next episode. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you next episode. Bye.
Thank you so much.